Pinal in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, and this is WRMI, Radio Miami International, Okeechobee, Florida, USA, and www.wrmi.net. Send us your comments and reception reports to info@wrmi.net or to WRMI, P.O. Box 526852, Miami, Florida 33152, USA.
Radio Slovakia International. Slovakia Today.
Hello, I'm Anka Dragu.
This is RSI News.
Jaroslav Resnik and Václav Mika in playoff for RTVS leadership. Hospital debt settlement concept to be ready by end of June. And the first Black Hawk helicopters to arrive in Slovakia in June-July. None of the 8 candidates running for the post of General Director of the Public Broadcaster Radio and Television Slovakia, RTVS, gathered enough support to be elected in the first round of a secret vote in Parliament on Thursday evening. The 2 candidates that garnered the greatest amount of support, the current head of the TASR press agency, Jaroslav Resnik, with 73 votes, and the incumbent RTVS head, Václav Mika, with 53 votes, will compete against each other in a second round face-off next week. The way in which hospitals' debts are to be settled should be known by the end of this month. Health Minister Tomáš Drucker, Smer SD nominee, and Finance Minister Peter Kažimír, Smer SD, confirmed to the TASR press agency on Thursday. The health sector's debts amounted to €647.2 million last year, with state-run university and faculty hospitals making up its biggest portion, 84%. At the moment, it is not clear what sum the state might provide in the debt settlement. Drucker said that it will not be a one-off debt settlement with money going only to those willing to meet recovery plans. According to the Medical Supplier Association SK Med, some hospitals have not paid their dues for 4 years. The association registered overdue receivables amounting to over €158 million against its members at the end of the first quarter. Suppliers found the state debt settlement concept conditioned by any discounts to be unacceptable and legally questionable without having any detailed information. Therefore, medical suppliers would like to comment on the document during its preparation. The first 2 UH-60 Black Hawk American military helicopters should be delivered to Slovakia in late June or early July, said Defense Minister Peter Gajdoš, a Slovak National Party nominee. The next 2 helicopters should be supplied to Slovakia next year and the remaining 5 in 2019. A Stratford-based U.S. company started manufacturing equipment for the Slovak military in mid-last year. The new U.S. helicopters will replace the current Mi-17, whose technical life is gradually nearing its end. A total of 9 U.S. helicopters worth €232.9 million will be delivered to Slovakia.
Topical issues.
The opposition is filing a complaint in the Constitutional Court against a law amendment that enables highway construction work on plots of land before they are expropriated, the Freedom and Solidarity Party and Olano Nova MPs said on Thursday. The lawmakers are mainly criticizing the amendment for its inappropriate interference with the fundamental right to own property and asking the court to issue a preliminary ruling that will postpone the effects of the law. We are suggesting this preliminary ruling because the law has taken effect as of June the 2nd, and it could thus happen to you that dredges start running on your plot of land, said MP Miroslav Ivan. The amendment on one of extraordinary measures for the preparation of some highway construction work includes a new legal institution of preliminary possession that has enabled certain reversible stages of work on land to the extent deemed necessary before the time-consuming expropriation process is concluded. It was prepared by the Transport and Construction Ministry led by Arpad Ershek. Parliament approved it in a fast-track legislative procedure in May. After being vetoed by President Andrej Kiska, Parliament passed it again. It has thus taken effect even without being okayed by the President. The Transport Ministry argued that the amendment was needed because of problems involving the buying out of plots of land needed for building the Bratislava bypass, and for which land speculators have been demanding extortionate prices. The ministry came up with the amendment in order to allow construction to begin before the court issues a ruling regarding the land prices.
Dobrý večer or good evening from Radio Slovakia International. Welcome to all our listeners in Bratislava and its surroundings on 98.9 FM and to those around the world joining us via satellite shortwave and on our website www.rsi.sk. My name is Mojmír Procházka and I will be your host for this Friday's Slovakia Today show. Today we will be looking into the financial literacy of Slovak pupils. Why? According to the results of the 2015 PISA Financial Literacy Assessment of 15-year-old students released at the end of May, Slovak pupils are below the average in OECD countries. If you want to share your opinion with us, we would be happy to find your feedback on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest, Tumblr and YouTube. You can also find more details on our website www.rsi.sk.
Radio Slovakia International. Slovakia Today. Making Slovakia heard to the world.
Slovak students were tested on financial literacy and the results are not overwhelming. We decided to bring you more information on this topic. Therefore, we talked to a bank analyst, a specialist from the National Institute for Certified Educational Measurements, a high school teacher, as well as a high school student. What was the testing about? Marcel Laznia, an analyst from the Slovak Banking Association, explains.
According to the results of the PISA Financial Literacy Assessment, our students are below average in OECD countries. Slovakia took part in the assessment for the second time and the results have worsened.
And just to remind you, we are talking about 15-year-old students. They are not only pupils in the 9th year at elementary schools, but also first-year students at high schools. The basic PISA testing focuses on literacy in mathematics, nature sciences and reading. It always takes place once every 3 years. As Andrea Galadova from the National Institute for Certified Educational Measurements told us, financial literacy testing is not compulsory for countries.
As far as financial literacy is concerned, it was first measured in 2012 and then in the latest 2015 edition. It is an optional part which countries may choose for their students, as Slovakia did in 2012 and 2015. Thus, we can look for some trends in the 2015 results. What we need to take into consideration is that not all countries take part in the financial literacy testing. Only 8 countries have taken part in both sets of tests. Considering that the OECD has 35 member states, 8 is a small sample. Therefore, even the average depends on the participating countries. The reason why some countries drop out might be that results in reading and math literacy seem to copy financial literacy.
Slovakia has scored under average in both sets of testing. It is important to mention that the overall average fell from 2012 to 2015, even though statistically it is not significant, so we can say that the overall results of all countries are similar or comparable. The results of financial literacy among Slovak students fell by approximately 5.5% from 2012 to 2015. Countries like Chile, Peru and Brazil were behind Slovakia in basic subjects as well as in financial literacy, which is, as Andrea Galadova said, a little sad. Marcel Laznia pointed out what he believes is a significant factor in the entire picture.
Financial literacy is about practical issues and the rules on mathematical and reading skills. Therefore, we will not be able to achieve better results without any improvement in both mathematical and reading literacy.
Andrea Galadova also said that it could be one of the main reasons for the current situation.
I don't know whether this is a main reason, but the correlation between financial literacy and literacy in math and reading could be one of them. If a student understands a question, then he or she can answer it. If they have a problem with math, then they also have a problem with finances.